The death of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is bringing communities together. Tonight, a vigil at the Bexar County Courthouse. Ginsburg was a prominent leader in the fight for equal rights for 27 years. She served on the nation's highest court. Eyewitness News reporter Zach Briggs reports on how the Alamo City is remembering her tonight.
Stacia, dozens gathered outside the Bexar County Courthouse to pay tribute to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who inspired the lives of many. They gathered around holding a candlelight vigil remembering her life. Now, I did catch up with a law professor earlier today who reflected on Ginsburg's legacy and what it could mean for the presidential election. St. Mary's University law professor Albert Kaufman reflecting on Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg as a pioneer for equality.
I mean, she was one of the major forces behind creating equal opportunity rights for women. She was also strong on other equal protection issues, civil rights for African Americans and Latinos.
Turns out Ginsburg's connection to the school is one on a global scale. This is when Ginsburg was in Austria.
For either 1 or 2 summers, she went to Innsbruck and participated as a professor in our program there, St. Mary's program in Innsbruck. And so several people colleagues on my faculty here have gotten to know her personally.
Just days before her death, Ginsburg told her granddaughter she wished her replacement on the U.S. Supreme Court be chosen by a new president. Now there are 8 sitting justices 6 weeks until Election Day, and Republican leaders in Washington are pushing to fill that open seat.
There's no doubt that the power to appoint a Supreme Court justice is a factor in political races. And I think everyone who looked at the 2016 election felt that it certainly was a factor.
A political battle is now underway, with some Republican leaders vouching for an immediate successor for that vacant seat on the U.S. Supreme Court, while Democrats are hoping that it is delayed until a new president is elected. I'm Zach Briggs, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.